What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor and Lorraine. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is just too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my best pal, Mr. Shaun Bean. Shaun, how is it going?
I'm in a foul mood, Conor, actually, now that you ask.
Why?
Genuinely, you know I'm a Fallout Boy stan. They're playing a different song every night on the concerts. They played my favourite song for the first time ever live, and I wasn't there, folks. I wasn't there. Do you know where I was? Here, doing the show. It was also in America, and there was no fucking way I was flying over, but still.
Yeah, like I was about to say, how the fuck were you going to get there?
Planes, trains, automobiles. Or they'd just wait until I see them.
Okay, see, now so it's a look at the draw, really. I don't know if I agree with that.
What? The playing different... Miss Swift does it as well, yeah. I hear. That plays
does T-Swizzle do it?
T-Swizzle does it, yeah. Plays a different song from the back catalogue at every show, which is great for the people there. Ultimately leaves a lot of fans disappointed, I would say.
It sounds like a Yelp review. If this is your first time listening to this show
has nothing to do with music, by the way, just for what it's worth. Don't expect any more of that.
Except for that one Daredevil review we did on Patreon where we just reviewed Evanescence's album for the whole show, for the whole movie.
Did you know Evanescence is Christian rock, by the way?
No.
Yeah. It's a Christian rock band.
It's evangelical?
Yeah, like Wake Me Up Inside is about like the Holy Spirit and shit.
Don't be telling me that as a Christian boy in Ireland.
Look, we could have been listening to that for years, publicly.
We could have brought it into the nuns in school and been like, lads, this is the future.
I could have recommended that to Father O'Shaughnessy.
He was always asking you for recommendations.
He knew.
So look, if this is your first weird news, I should say.
We're really falling pieces, sorry.
We apologise. First of all, this is not how it normally goes. Well, maybe it does. If this is your second or more, could you give this a like and review, whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on? It would really help us out. But this is Weird News, Shaw. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man too busy listening to emo anthems from the 2000s onwards to look at any weird news.
Wake Me Up Inside is a banger, though. I'm not changing my mind.
Every time it does it.
And I just think of Daredevil, Ben Affleck in the rain when it's happening.
I feel that song elevates that movie a couple of notches, honestly.
I mean, that movie's a 3 out of 10, but whatever it is, 8. An 8 out of 10. It's 5 extra points, I think, in it.
I will say the first 10 minutes of that movie, I think, is quite good. And then
we're not going to review it again. If you want the review, we have a Patreon where we review loads of movies. That wasn't even a plug. I just don't want Shaun to talk shit about
That's fair. There's another movie review coming up soon, but we don't know what it is yet. But
we haven't chosen it from the hat, but we will, and then we'll watch it and then we'll review it. That's normally how it works.
In many ways we're like Taylor Swift, because we do one every so often.
Are we? What's your favourite Taylor Swift album?
I really like Reputation. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm a folklore man myself. You know
Folklore's
what I mean?
nice. Folklore's underrated, Conor. It's a nice cosy album.
Yes, let's go. We're building new bridges with new audiences. Shaun, we're starting this week with a section of weird news that hasn't been around for a few weeks. So I decided to bring it back. And it's our most famous segment that we don't have a jingle for, in that we'd have no jingles for any segment.
No, what are you talking about jingles? What the fuck do you think this show is?
I'm trying to...
Are you editing in jingles? Because I'm fucking not.
I fucking refuse. So imagine there's a jingle and everyone's like, oh wow, I recognise that jingle. We're asking a lot here. But Shaun, one of our favourite segments here is Shaun Solves.
Of course.
And this is the segment of weird news which happens every so often, in which I find an agony aunt or a problem that somebody has messaged in to somebody this week, looking for advice. Yeah. And I discount whatever fucking dumb expert in quotation marks.
Online expert, professional doctor or whatever.
Highlight expert, medical advice, just shit talk.
Qualified therapist. None of that is helpful here.
All absolute fucking rogues. Just rogues and thieves everywhere.
Just they're after your money, is what they're after.
Don't go to the doctor. Ask your friend Jim to have a look at that cut.
Jim will do it for free. Jim is sound. That's what we do here.
Staple gun it back together, lad. You don't need that fucking leg. Anyway, Shaun, what I've decided to do is this week is we've got a good one, and it's what does this man do next? Because I have... Man discovers he's related to his fiancée after doing DNA tests before the wedding. How closely related are they? A man has had the surprise of his life after discovering his related groom-to-be he's related to his groom-to-be.
Yeah.
So what happened is my fiancé, who's 28, and him also, 28, are getting married in a few months, Shaun. Locked in.
We love love. That's great to hear.
We love love here. We're extremely happy and in love. A great start to any sort of marriage story.
Yes.
However, just as the couple are organising their nuptials, the man that purchased a DNA kit, which uncovered a horrifying revelation.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm super into Ancestry and have been building out my family tree. I saw a promo on Ancestry.com for a 50% off DNA kit.
What a steal. This couldn't backfire in any way.
An absolute robbery. My life will not be changed dramatically by this kit, 50%. And I bought one for me and my fiancé. A few hours ago, on a flight... My fiancé got his DNA results back on a flight. In the View DNA Matches section was my picture.
No. How? What are the... What do you do? You're on a flight as well. So there's no getting away from this.
You're trapped there. I mean, if you had your phone on airplane mode, none of this would have been a problem until your feet were safely on the ground.
How are you getting
just saying,
signal up there? What's happening like?
What's he doing? What kind of connection? Who's he with? I want to know the service provider. If you're getting connection up there.
You're getting signal up there. Now look, I would say I've never tried, you know? I've always just taken it for granted.
I'm too scared. To be fair, the Ryanair plane is looking to get off the ground. I don't want to be fucking wavering that.
There was like the Ryanair landings as well. Fucking terrible every fucking time. I hate it. He goes down and goes back up for a minute and then back down. Anyway. And then you go on Aer Lingus, smooth as butter. Clean living, boy. You're never getting a smoother
Doesn't
flight.
make any sense. Surely the pilots must go to the same schools. Is there like a posh school for the Aer Lingus pilots and a less posh school for the Ryanair pilots?
Or is it like a nicer car? Like, does the Aer Lingus plane have power steering or that kind of thing? Like...
He's got the beeper.
Yeah.
When you're approaching someone at the back.
The reversing camera on the plane. There's no need for the lads with the glowing cones to do it.
So we don't know how to feel, he said. He now feels conflicted, Shaun.
Yeah. They're not brothers, though.
We just landed and are now on vacation with a large group.
Do you know? Oh no, keep that secret.
They went on a friend's holiday and then they found this out.
Okay. What damage control? Like, it must tell them how closely they're related. They're not brothers, surely.
They are third cousins. Sure.
What's a third cousin? Okay, hang on.
You're trying to work it out.
Because like,
I would say a third cousin still a bit close. I think I would try to go for no cousin.
Yeah, but look, like. Hang on. So, here.
Beggars can't be choosers.
No, not at all. Look, but hang on. Cousin chart. Here we go. So, a third cousin means that you have the same great grandparents.
Okay.
So your granddad's your granddad's dad's dad is the same. Right. Is that like incest, like inbred wise? Like, is that the same? Like, I don't know. It's I
would
good.
say too close for comfort.
I would say how sexy is the cousin?
We really have to take in all the fundamentals there.
So a pros and cons list here is all I'm saying.
If you were only marrying him for his personality at this point, I'd be like, here, look, there's loads of people with personalities, lad. You know what I mean? They've been happily in love for years, allegedly. Yeah.
And this has never come up. Like, it's never come up that they've never met. Like, they presumably have met each other's families, and the families
would never have met their great granddad.
I would hope not. Otherwise, they're being haunted as well. Weird. Like, but like their uncles and aunts haven't been like, oh, here's a weird link. Like, I don't know, because Ireland is small enough as well that I'm sure a third cousin has happened somewhere.
Oh, we're all second or maybe first cousins, to be honest. Me, I mean first cousins with everyone. Everyone I've ever had a relationship with has been a first cousin.
That's been a requirement,
I don't feel ashamed.
Which was strange.
I don't feel ashamed to say.
Bring your birth cert. Like.
I love the idea. Let my family sit me down like, there's other people.
There's a country out there you can go for.
But they're all at the parties I'm going to. You know, Granny's parties.
Yeah, sure, we already do Christmas. She's already met everyone. It's great.
Oh man, don't have the double invite at the wedding either. Just saving fucking money.
Saving money, Dad. Yeah, now aren't you proud of me? Did you ever do a DNA test?
I actually haven't, for this very reason.
I haven't done it. My brother did one. Turns out we're mostly Irish, with peppering of Neanderthal in there, Connor.
Okay, first of all, that's bullshit, because are we not all peppered with Neanderthals somewhere along the line?
There was a time back in, pre or mid Ice Age that Neanderthals and Homo sapiens actually lived side by side. So, and then the Neanderthal line died off completely. Homo sapiens became the dominant species of human. So you're actually descended from the non-dominant species of human. It's a small percentage, is all I'm saying.
But you come from a weaker bloodline.
No, not a weaker bloodline. A different bloodline with more lived experience, shall we say?
Yeah, but the ones that died out.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's
the ones that I would describe as, in my own accent, wake. They're very wake.
Wake. Also, for international listeners, that's spelled W-E-A-K. Weak is how you calling me fucking like behind the times, and you're saying weak like wake.
Yeah, not being able to say things and spell is different from being wake. Right?
Oh, sorry, I mean? Yeah. No, my thing is different from being fucking tick.
I think wake should not be adopted. I'm scared wake will be adopted by the people, who go around calling everything woke. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, we'll be wake. And I'm worried that'll be the other side of the coin. Then they'll take it from me, because that's one of my favourite phrases. It's not as strong as weak. It's very.
If you call someone weak,
you're weak is a bit demeaning, but you're wake has a bit of an Irish kind of slang to it.
And weak mostly refers to like the person themselves, whereas wake can be like, oh no, that's a fucking wake argument that you're making there, like. Oh, it does. It does.
You always have to do that at a funeral. A wake argument.
A wake argument, of course. Irish funeral. Sure, it's all cousins. Like, my dad has 70 first cousins as well.
Fuck off.
He does.
70.
He does. Like
70 first. Like, this is kind of, I would say, supplementing some of the theories of Ireland, in that where everyone just has 19 children at all times.
Yeah, there were two big families, but. No one's married a cousin, as far as I know. No one's married a second cousin. Don't know about third cousins. I don't know if that's far enough away. Is that fine?
Isn't there a thing? But are we not all cousins if you go far enough?
Well, if you go far enough back, like everyone, sure, isn't fucking Prince Charles like massively inbred, or King Charles, or whatever the fuck he calls himself?
I mean, I could have told you that without doing a fucking DNA test.
Look at the man's hands; he looks like an AI gone rogue.
Any royalty at all, inbred to fuck.
Oh yeah, and you can trace that back. Thousands of years.
You don't even have to go back pages. No. Just even one page. You're like, lads.
Marrying cousins and all that. And like close cousins as well.
Like they grew up together, cousins.
Yeah. So what's the move for this couple then? Like,
Shaun, what's the segment called?
It's called Shaun and Conor Solve Things.
I don't think that's exactly because the alliteration doesn't actually work with Shaun and Conor.
Conor completes.
Conor completes. So on the one hand, here's the thing. This is in the guy's post. He says, on the one hand, we're gay, so there's no concern over having babies. So
That's
in terms
fair.
of that, that's okay. We're also both Jewish, and I know our gene pools are already shallow enough.
Yeah.
But third cousins is a little too close for comfort for me. There's no scenario where we'd break up or anything, but I just feel quite weird about it and don't know how to tell everyone or if we should tell anyone.
I say don't tell any. I say reconcile it with yourselves first. Tell people later if it matters. Like, I think in Ireland, I think before a wedding, I think you have to do like background work to see that you're not related. I think that's a requirement of the wedding. With this, okay, it's going to be it's going to fuck some things up, but I think one of you needs to be disowned by the family. And then you're technically not their son anymore. So it's fine.
This is why you're the one who solves. I never would have thought get disowned by your family is the next step. That's the most logical in this.
It's the easiest way to stop being someone's third cousin.
So how do you get disowned, really? You're going to have to do something real rough to get disowned.
Yeah, you either need to come clean about the situation and explain it, or you need to commit to the bit and, like, you got to burn down your dad's house or something like that. Like,
I think find the oldest living relative and suffocate them to death in front of everyone.
Yeah. Well, see, no, because then you go to jail and you don't get married. So you need to be disowned in such a way that it's not a criminal act.
But then you can't be burning people's houses down. So it's going to have to be emotionally. Emotionally, you have to get disowned, but not legally.
Yeah, you have to break their trust so hard that they disown you. Maybe you need to fuck a first cousin.
Fuck your dad. And he will disown you.
This conversation never would have happened 5 years ago on this show, by the way, and I love it.
Here's my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You find out all of their deepest, darkest secrets of your parents, maybe of your other siblings.
Yeah.
Then you tell everyone in the town or city that you meet the deepest, darkest secrets of your family. And if you do that for long enough, your parents will say, why the fuck did you tell them about that one thing that's really embarrassing? And then when that happens, you laugh in their face. Legally, you haven't broken any rules. But the trust, Shaun, trust must be gone.
The trust is gone. What you're looking for is the Irish father reaction of, you're no son of mine. That's the words that needs to happen. And then he needs to go through the lengthy legal process to disown you. And then and only then can you be happily married.
Can you get disowned even though you're like in your 30s?
Oh yeah, you can disown someone.
This guy's 29, 28.
You can disown someone at any point, I'm sure. Like,
yeah, but like not legally. Like, can you legally disown them? I suppose you can.
Yeah, like you would, because then it would take them out of like contention for wills and stuff like that. So you could disown someone at like a late stage of life. This is fuck. I was going to Google how to get disowned, but the first thing that comes up is how to get pre-sale code for Coldplay.
That's been breaking Ireland over the last 2 days.
What to do if you get disowned by your parents? No, I want to know how. How to disown a relative. I want to
know how I do it.
How to disown a relative. You can be informal or formal. Informal is where there's no threat of physical or mental abuse. And then formal is that, you need to be charged with a criminal act to formally disown someone. This is getting complicated, folks.
Now, how big does the act have to be,
this
though?
Is the
because,
thing.
Like, you could just do a very, very minor crime, like drunk and disorderly, get arrested, put in jail overnight, get the mugshot.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, it's coming back to our old trick of criminal mischief, because you need to harass. I'm going to use a dad as an example. You need to harass your dad so much that he takes out a restraining order against you. Then, once that restraining order is in place, you break the terms of that by entering his house without permission. Then, you're taken away to the county jail, I would say, for 30 days or thereabouts. And then, while in the jail, you continually get people to harass him outside it, saying, I'm doing this because I'm your son. He gets the idea in his head of, I'll disown the boy. And then you're disowned. You get out of prison after 30 days. Yeah. You've been in the yard doing press-ups, so you look savage for the wedding. And then you marry your third cousin and go off.
And then you send out the wedding invites to the father.
And patch things back up. Not too much. You want to stay disowned.
Not too much, he takes you back. You don't
Not so much he takes you back. This father who is presumably like supportive of your husband and your marriage.
You have 20 grand for the wedding, Dash.
Yeah, I need,
because we're really struggling.
We're tight at them. I spent a lot of money on firecrackers to hide in your bathroom.
Hiring people to stalk you.
Yeah, it's all gone into this. But the kit was 50% off. So
now look, a lot of people are messaging saying it's fine. That it at this point third cousins is okay, and they're saying go ahead with it. But then there's other people saying leave it, don't go anywhere near it. But I feel like if you like each other already, it's difficult to just be like, well, we'll just leave it, because like third cousin, first cousin no, second cousin also no, third cousin is iffy.
It's iffy. I think it like. For want of a better term, I think it's personal preference at that point. If you can't deal with the fact that they're your third cousin,
the way this guy is writing this, I'm like, I think mentally, he's gone.
He can't get past it. Like, this is. What does his partner think? Is it like?
He says his partner is actually he doesn't think it's that big of a deal.
Okay.
And. Well, no, actually, the way it looked for it is that he said his partner doesn't want to tell anyone or talk about it at the minute, but he does want to talk about it and deal with it. So maybe the partner's actually going to be dealt with worse the longer it goes on, whereas he might deal with it better as he expresses his emotions earlier, Shaun.
That's
Thoughts?
true. That's true. No, I would take the secret to your grave, honestly. Never talk about it, never address it, just get married. And never bring it up. And it's this weird skeleton that lives in the closet.
And then when, like, in 20 years, just be looking at him. Just be looking at him with deep hatred in your eyes.
It'd be one thing, though, like, if they were, like, you know, like a heterosexual couple that were actively trying to conceive and stuff like that. That's when there might be more moral implications in that. Not to say that that it makes it less of a concern. But, like, if you adopt a kid, then that's a different...
I think adopt several kids. Just have like a real nice family.
Adopt a whole load of kids that are related and see what happens.
Adopt a load of cousins. And let's just fucking have a go on.
Adopt your dad, okay? He's lonely.
He can't disown you if you're his. He's your son.
But then you're your own uncle or your own granddad.
You're your own granddad, yes.
So then they're your second cousin. And then it's too close.
No, then you're too close. Yeah, you have to get a divorce then.
Yeah. Well.
It's a tricky situation that I feel like we've helped solve.
I think we've talked in circles enough that there's enough options there to pick from, you know?
Yeah. So Shaun solves another successful case.
Knocked it out of the park.
Knocked it out of... I mean, every single time you don't fail. Shaun, I'm going to move on because the story that I did want to speak about is because it just involves Ireland. This would not be in weird news if it was anywhere else in the world, but I find it funny and I think you will. Group of young people scour Irish beach after large bales of suspected cocaine wash ashore last week.
Look, it's a clean-up effort. You know, everyone's doing their bit.
The Irish Independent, this is one of our newspapers here, said one group was detected scouring a long stretch of coastline at Horn Head in Donegal with torches. They were confronted after being observed on a farmer's land on Wednesday night and said they were just trying to help with the search operation.
I wanted to find it so that the children don't find it.
It happened after more than £4 million of suspected cocaine was found washed ashore on the Wednesday morning on that beach.
So there's presumably more still out there.
Well, that's what they're hoping.
Right, okay. I mean, difficult. Is it not loose cocaine, surely? Like, it's in bags.
I mean, you can't put loose cocaine in the ocean, Shaun.
See, some very active fish.
No, but did you not see the story about the sharks?
No. Wait, the sharks?
Oh, no. But there was a Florida senator, I think, that came out this week. I was just like, they did research and found that a lot of cocaine is being left behind in the ocean. And if the sharks start eating it, they will start acting so erratically they won't know what to do.
I mean, look, we had a very successful film about a bear what did a load of cocaine, so
Yeah.
why not shark?
But this is a Florida shark.
So it's crazy already, basically.
It's arrived to the party crazy, and they were giving it multiple kgs of cocaine.
So, I mean, I'm not getting in the way. I'm not stopping them. What do you want?
Who wins in a fight? Cocaine shark, cocaine bear?
Where does the fight take place?
Volcano.
I'm going to give it to the bear. If I had to make a bet.
It's on a beach, but the tide is in, but the bear is on the beach.
Bear. Still bear.
You think?
Shark in the shallows, man. If that stops moving, it can't breathe.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are we doing here? Come on.
What takes... Okay, shark, cocaine shark, cocaine whale.
Oh, cocaine shark. It's more nimble.
I think cocaine whale just eats it.
Cocaine whale, no, because it eats through filtering things through its bristly teeth.
Oh, yeah.
A shark could just take out the whale's fins and then it's dead in the water. And he's on cocaine. He's crazy.
He's got crazy eyes.
Yeah. The only natural predator to a cocaine shark in the water is a cocaine octopus.
You think a cocaine octopus would take out a cocaine shark?
Yeah, 8 arms coming at you. You don't know what's happening.
He doesn't know what's happening.
Just the fastest octopus you've ever seen. But
his hands are moving in slow motion for him, but it's like fucking super
changing
speed.
all kinds of weird colours. Like,
oh man,
yeah,
Jesus!
that's how it happens.
And in Ireland, this 60 kg, or a lot of packages ended up on this beach, and then they found a big group of lads out on the beach that evening with torches going through it to try and find one of the stray packages that may have got off. And I think at this point in Ireland, that's the worst crime possibly ever.
Yeah, maybe. Like, it's certainly the one we'll hear about the most. But I would love to be a fly on the wall of the, like being in the front room of the house of the lads before they went out looking for the cocaine. It was just like, did you hear what happened? No. Well, I have an idea.
No, I know what happens is the news comes on at like 9 o'clock and they tell the story of this morning cocaine was found on this beach. And there was like fucking serious amounts, like $4 million worth of cocaine was found there. It's mad. And then there's a few minutes silence.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting around the TV. And one of them's like, that beach, it's pretty close to where we are. Yeah. It's like maybe a 20-minute drive.
Mad how they got all of the cocaine, wasn't it?
Be mad if they got it all on the first go. It would actually be mad if they did. I mean, logically, you would think they'd miss at least one.
Just and want to be enough. Like, you get a lot out of one. Like, not to, I wouldn't have. No, I'd sell it on. Like, but like, I don't know if they I don't know how easy it is to move a brick of cocaine in Donegal. Like,
let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I've experienced. So it's very easy.
Is it now?
You get on the gym.
Yeah.
And John Boy McCormack normally take. Oh, sorry.
That could
John
actually
Boy,
be someone's name, Connor.
There's nobody called John Boy.
There's definitely a lad in Donegal nicknamed John Boy McCormack.
Oh yeah, and everyone's now started looking at him.
Yeah.
He's like, I swear.
Well, in Ireland's #1 podcast, Heroes for Hire, they said you had a brick of cocaine, John Boy.
Get him. And he's like a really old man.
But he's got
having a pint of Guinness.
Yeah, he's in the local and he just gets slide tackled off his chair.
So, Shaun, I just wanted to cover that story just to let you know that was happening. But speaking of KGs and people finding things, I have a quite possibly awful find in an Australian home. Because disturbing find inside the walls of Australian home leaves homeowners shocked. Now, it's Australia, so you immediately think death trap, animals to kill you. It is nothing to do with an animal.
Really? In Australia? What is it then? Asbestos?
So, this is a place called Ballarat.
Ballarat?
And there called
it's
Chris.
an old mining town. Sorry.
Good stuff. But a fella named Chris there, he made this discovery last week at his home. So they were getting the windows replaced.
Okay.
And there was a huge clump on the ground, he told the news. I walked up and said to the glazer, that's a really weird looking insulation.
That wasn't the accent he used, was it, Connor?
No, the accent he used would have been... no. I wouldn't even try.
I wouldn't even attempt it, mate.
Imagine an Australian saying wake, though. We may get onto one of the lads on the Patreon.
Yeah, if you could all just...
One of our Aussies.
Yeah, there's enough of you out there. If you can all just send in yourself saying wake.
Don't be wake. The two men were completely perplexed by the insulation inside the home that they had found in the window. They believed it was too fine to be like horsehair, which would be a commonly used material.
Right.
It then dawned on them that it wasn't horsehair, because, Shaun, there was 10 kgs of human hair stashed everywhere in the house.
Fuck. No. I don't... you can't see me. I'm under the camera. Everything is tense right now. Why?
Imagine making that discovery.
I don't want to. I'm doing it.
Imagine,
and it's awful.
though. I would rather be killed by a snake in Australia than to find that in my home.
Hair isn't that heavy. Like,
no, 10 kgs is a lot of hair.
Oh, was it a barber trying to save money
in Ballarat? It was stashed everywhere, Shaun. And so, causing the two men to back away.
Yeah, you would.
So they originally said at the start they were grabbing tufts of it, like in one go, like what the fuck is
wearing
this?
A glove, please.
Right? I don't know. Maybe they're not, Shaun. I'm going to say they're not for the funsies.
Don't like that.
But then, once they realised what it was, they then backed away out of the home.
Why is there so much human hair in the house? Like...
I realised once the window was out, the wind was blowing it out of where it was hidden into the lounge room onto the floors.
Oh, no. No. And that's going to get everywhere.
Yeah.
You're never getting that out.
Chris found bags more in the roof, with a friend jokingly suggesting it was the perfect setup for someone involved in witchcraft.
Yeah, you'd have easy access to hair, but... Usually you'd know the person the hair is from, you know? There was
also no indication why the human hair has been put in all those places, as if they would leave a note. Chris shared his family have more plans to renovate the property. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, we're going to get all the hair out of it, please.
They only moved in there in December, so they've only been in there 6 months. They were doing a bit of renovation, and this is their first big find.
If I may... I think I've solved this entire thing. And this fucking nail in the coffin. This is done. We don't need to do this story at all. Right? Do you remember COVID happened?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Australia, very strict on their lockdowns. Good approach. Contained a lot of infections and things like that. What's one thing that happened in lockdown that everyone realised they would have to do themselves at home? They couldn't get a professional to do it, Connor.
Oh, manicures.
Manicures, indeed. No, if you tell me there's bags of fingernails there, I'm actually going to get sick.
There's bags of fingers.
Oh,
oh my God.
Somehow better. But no, I think someone was operating an illegal barber shop out of their house, couldn't throw away the hair for fear of the authorities finding it,
right.
and then stored it all up and then just moved. I think that's what happened.
But it's not illegal to cut other people's hair.
You would have been breaching.
Closed.
You would have been breaching lockdown procedure, Connor.
Oh, true.
No,
true.
There was a time we could only go 2 kilometres from our house, if you remember.
That is true.
And this is an actual exception that the Irish government gave, unless you were visiting a grave.
It was better than the one in the UK, which was always the one that made me laugh, which was like, stay at home, unless you have to go to work, but stay at home.
Yeah.
But unless you have a medical thing. But honestly, lads, stay fucking at home. But unless you have somewhere to go, right? Unless you have an appointment or you have something you want to do, maybe go to a shop
for a reason, but don't travel.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't travel, but if you do need a reason to travel, I mean, there's lots of reasons to travel. Like, just use one of them, but don't use them. But you can, but don't.
Do you know that man who walked around his garden for ages? General Tom.
Oh, that old man. That family are bastards.
That family are cunts, man. They turned his suit into a chair.
If nobody understands, if you don't know what story we're talking about, that is very funny without context.
Yeah.
But there's just a family that are a big bag of cunts.
They were just taking advantage of their old war veteran granddad.
And basically people started sending them money because they were like, oh, old man, he's 101 and he's a war veteran and he's walking around the garden, isn't it great? Send us money for charities. And then they were keeping the money for themselves.
Keeping a rake of money for themselves. And then the old man...
Keeping a rake of money for themselves. And they never let the old man have a rest.
Never let him have a rest. He passed away, which is sad, but they turned his uniform into a chair that they now pose in front of on the front of the Daily fucking Mail. It was a heartwarming story, and it's all come unravelled in the years since. But hey, isn't that? I
hate when I get cheated with heartwarming stories.
Yeah,
actually, the worst one though is like, and look, I don't want to call you out, America, right? Now, I'm sure you already understand the healthcare system is, it's
not good.
But those stories where it's like, little boy raises money on GoFundMe for heart transplant. I'm like, well, fucking hooray.
Like, what if we just gave the kid a heart transplant? That's allowed.
You're allowed to give a kid a heart transplant.
He doesn't have to pay.
Fine.
You shouldn't have to pay to be alive. It's not radical to say that.
No, look, I don't think that's radical, right? Because, see, I suppose we grew up here. So, like, if you needed a heart transplant tomorrow, you would probably be put on a list to get a heart.
Have you put on a list, and there is a longer waiting list depending on how much money you spend. But it's still not 400 grand. Like, it's
you might have to spend, like, I don't know, $1,000.
But yeah, nice. Yeah. You what you do? Actually, no, they got rid of it. You used to have to pay €80 a night for a public hospital. They just got rid of that this year. You don't have to do that anymore.
We don't need to do that.
You have to pay $100.
You can just go in there on a loop if you want.
Yeah,
they'll just check you out.
If you're brought in by an ambulance to accident and emergency, you have to pay £100. That's it. Like,
yeah, it's fucking great crack.
Do it for the laugh, just to see the lads. Like,
well, like it's not great crack, but like you get straight in though if you come in the ambulance. So you're paying €100 to skip the queue.
That's it. Yeah, because if you drive yourself to A&E, you're going to have to wait. Ambulance, you're fucking grand, lad. Don't worry about it.
Depends which A&E you go to. Like, so there's one about 20 minutes away from me. That's normally clean enough. But if you go to the one like 40 minutes away from me, that's packed. That's closer to Dublin.
That's it.
You don't want to near that one.
If you go to like the Mater Public, and not to fucking slag on hospitals, but it's a busy hospital, so you're going to be waiting a little bit
There's
longer.
Not enough nurses. It's not their fault.
Not enough nurses. They're not paid well enough either. Don't blame them.
Maybe we should pay them more.
It's a brutal admin system a lot of the time. It's fine. It's fine. It's better than America.
I don't know, but yeah, those stories like the old. I think we've gone off it, but the old man Tom and like all those stories are meant to be heartwarming, and there's like, everyone was singing when we get paid that Patreon to get that child a new leg. You're like, well, probably should have just given him a leg before that.
Yeah, but we all stood outside and clapped, didn't we?
Hooray! Hair insulation, Shaun, yes or no?
No, 1,000 times no.
I was thinking next big thing.
Next big thing? No, I don't think so. Like, maybe it's more... I can't imagine it's that efficient as insulation, because you lose a lot of heat through your head anyway.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's why we wear hats in the
Shaun,
winter.
I have one for you. Hair insulation or the next story. Which one is more cringy? Ryanair passenger asks for a refund after man performed sing-along over intercom during flight.
If you draw attention to yourself on a flight, you're a
Yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah, I think you should be kicked off the plane.
Do you ever see the
Even
videos?
if you just raise your hand. If you go, hello, Lucy, I'm over here, kick off the plane.
Oh,
you
get
shouldn't
fucked.
say a word.
Honestly. Just everyone sit down in your own seat, by the way, and shut the fuck up. Because...
I'm not swapping with you. You can sit with your kids at another time.
Do you ever see those videos of, like, the flights, it's like delayed on the tarmac for an hour, and some fucking choir jumps up, and they're like, let's all have a sing. No.
Actually, they tried to pose that on us. There was like an Irish trad group that went over to America, and like the videos were going around like, aren't Irish people class? Look at this song. And they were doing like a bit of music and like a bit of diddly-eye music. And I was like, they're all fucking idiots and they shouldn't be allowed back in our country.
You're ruining everything for everyone. No one is happy about this. Everyone's actively upset that you're doing it. This is just for you and your TikTok that you're doing
If
this.
you're stuck in the tarmac, the last thing I want to see is somebody pull out a fucking acoustic guitar and then go, well, here's Wonderwall.
If I'm stuck on the tarmac, bring down the fucking drinks trolley and leave it next to me.
Leave it there.
That's all I want at that moment.
Leave that there and leave that guitar in the fucking overhead locker and we'll all be happy with ourselves.
Yeah, you can't even put him in the overhead locker. You have to book a seat for him. You have to book a seat for your guitar if you're
tough sell. No matter how good a musician you are, I think it's a very tough crowd. I mean, we are a testament to that, but also like they're not there to hear you.
No one is there to listen to music. They're there to essentially take a bus in the sky and just get home. So let them wear their headphones or read their book, chew their fucking fruit pastilles, and shut the fuck up.
Are you fruit pastilles, man? Will you take it off?
If I can get a fruit pastille, I will. I think they have a good chew to them. The giant dummies as well are quite good. Just a nice chewy jelly.
Dummies?
Yeah.
Well,
Only get them in airports.
I've just started using gum. Just
see,
gum.
that's you're getting older, you know. It's a sensible choice, but
it's the wise choice. Like I could eat 17 double lollies, but I could just have like a packet of gum and just have 3 of them when we're taking off.
I made a terrible call one year. I got Rolos. There's fucking no chewing in a Rolo. Like
no, that'll melt on you. That's game over. That's just pure caramel.
I was drinking them by the end. Like it was horrendous. Best one ever. Werther's Original. Good suck on them.
Oh, I would recommend a raisin, but not like the fruit raisin.
Oh, the raisin bar.
The chocolate raisin.
Yeah.
The raisin bar, which is just chocolate, but it's dark chocolate. Dark chocolate can put off a few people, but you get them in the little squares.
Yeah. Oh,
and you take them. There's a bit of a chew in that now, lad. I'll tell you that now.
That's fair. I understand that. I like that. And a nice few dime pieces as well from Aldi. That'd go over well on a plane.
Please send us in your thought. Now Spotify have a thing where they ask you a question. Everyone send in what you have when you're taking off. If you're one of those people that doesn't have anything when you're taking off, tell us your secret, because my ears are wake.
Oh yeah,
they will pop.
Wake eardrums, lads. It's not good. Like I don't know, people that raw dog flights, I don't get it. Like people that like sit there, no headphones on, no book, no nothing. Just
sit there.
Just sit there and wait to fucking arrive. Like, God, I don't understand them.
Psychopaths.
They should be put on a list as far as I'm concerned.
To be honest now, also with this Ryanair flight, what song would you like him to have sang?
Oh, just like karaoke over the plane intercom.
It was a flight from Dublin to Lords in France.
Dublin to Lords, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. And the man who might have been a bit drunk, Shaun, now this might surprise you, he grabbed hold of the intercom and started rattling his way through Johnny Logan's Hold Me Now over the intercom.
I know exactly. I think I've met this man, to be honest.
We've all met this man.
Of every answer in the world I could have given Connor, never would I have brought up Johnny Logan. on a plane.
I would have went Neil Diamond if I
Sweet
was going to
Caroline.
go with any of them.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least you get the ha in the middle of it.
Johnny Logan. Look, no disrespect to Johnny. That's a fucking cracker of a song.
Oh, the man's a legend, a living legend. But, like, it's not.
He won the Eurovision twice.
Yeah.
For our international listeners. You might not even understand how good that is. It's not great, but it's better than some.
Absolutely. He's done incredible drip as well, that man. He knows how to wear an outfit.
A white suit. He's a big fan of a full white suit.
I've seen him in full leather suit as well, Conor, and he pulls it off. He does pull it off.
He's pulling it off. He's like 70 and he's still looking well. Good man, Johnny.
Did you ever see the video of the woman? I think she was at a screening for Endgame, but there was a delay with the projector. And she volunteered to get up because she was an amateur stand-up comedian and she was going to entertain the crowd herself.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
And did it go well?
Oh, not at all. No one was there to see her. They paid to see funny cartoon men.
We paid to see Paul Rudd. Where are you?
And only Paul Rudd. That's why I'm watching Endgame.
So, Shaun, we're going to have to move on to possibly the most devastating crime that has hit the world probably in the last, I would say maybe 30, 40 years.
Oh.
I'm including all sorts of attacks in that man who stole 200,000 cream eggs is finally jailed. Oh, boys. A criminal off our streets. Another one in the cells.
This is interesting. When did the theft take place? Because it's not cream egg season, Conor. I'm well aware of that.
This is in February of this year, Shaun.
It's pre-Easter, of course.
Joby Poole admitted, that's her real name, at an earlier hearing to taking a trailer of the chocolate from an industrial unit in Telford in February of this year. The haul of sweet treats was valued at more than 32 grand he stole in the trailer.
Wow. Seems excessive. Sorry.
He is now sentenced to 18 months with half to be spent in prison. So he was already in jail for the last 6 months, so that will count towards it.
Oh, right, okay. So he's got 3 months left and then he's on bail or parole or something. But
I don't know.
Look, as a man who has chased down a cream egg van, Conor, I see no crime here. You know, they're inviting this kind of theft with their marketing strategy.
Well, they had a trailer full of chocolate in an industrial unit, and he drove up to the industrial unit in a tractor, and then he drove up and towed away the trailer that was there.
But it's very tasty chocolate. I think,
but Your Honour,
if you want to sentence this man, Your
good.
Honour, you have to come to terms with the fact that you think Cadbury's cream eggs aren't delicious. Can you, in good conscience, do that?
But are they not? They're not mutually exclusive. Like
they are.
They can. But they can be delicious, but also a crime to steal vast quantities of them.
I know, but the motivation for the crime was the deliciousness. Do you think they're so delicious that someone wouldn't commit a crime?
Yes.
Okay, so you acknowledge that. Okay, so I move for a less severe sentence because clearly he was motivated by deliciousness.
It's like the longer it goes, the more the judge is just like, you're actually going to be put in jail as well.
Yeah, I'll find something for you. Like
we'll have to find him for something. Fuck me. So his actual lawyer, Deborah White, in Poole's defence, said he had shown genuine remorse as he had actually walked towards the police with his hands up when he had been arrested. So genuine remorse.
Mm-hmm.
There was no interference with the food products that were taken, and they were able to go back onto the shelves. So he didn't even really interfere with any of them.
What? Okay. Now, this is real fucking, like, this isn't even a bit, like, I don't know how much of my personality is tied around Cadbury cream eggs, but they do a marketing campaign.
I actually don't like Cadbury's cream eggs.
What the fuck? I know you've said this to me before. I've come to terms with that. That's fine.
I think they're hideous.
They're quite sweet.
Hideous little things.
The older I get,
waste of chocolate.
Waste of chocolate's tough now, I will say. Cadbury cream egg caramel. Mwah, num 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 num.
Mate, too many things going on. Just give me a dairy milk bar. We'll call it a day.
You need to learn to enjoy life, Connor, first of all. But they do a marketing thing where every so often one of the cream eggs will be a white chocolate cream egg. And if you keep that and don't eat it, you win a prize.
Well, that was the person that ate that one and lost 10 grand was the last year.
That was it, yeah. So what if in that in the trailer of cream eggs that he stole was one of those eggs, and he found that? Could he have kept that one? Would that have been allowed?
No, because, I mean, once he went down for the crime and then also suspiciously said, actually, would I be able to cash in this one egg just to get the money before I go down?
Some kind of
they
Willy
might
Wonka
make
style
the connection.
Get out of jail card.
They might make the connection that he may have purchased that egg or gotten that egg during the theft of the eggs.
Okay, I'm going to present you with a very specific and outlandish circumstance, all right?
I mean, that is the perfect lawyer talk. Go on.
The whole reason that he stole these eggs, beside the fact that they're delicious, is to look for one of these white chocolate cream eggs, right? He gets home. Now, they've said none of the eggs were tampered with. They can't have possibly counted every egg. So, he gets home. The first one he opens just happens to be the white chocolate cream egg. Okay? He says, okay, I'm definitely going down for this. He wraps it back up, gives it to a close acquaintance, a friend, a third cousin perhaps, and then the police arrive to his house and he walks out with his hands up, gives all the goods up, they go back on the store shelves. This man then goes to prison. Can he save the egg till next year, cash it in, 10 grand, or will they remember that it's him, do you think?
I think if his wife hands it in, they might remember.
What if he does a sleight of hand? So, on the way out of prison, he stops in the local shop. It's Easter time. Buys a cream egg.
On the way out of prison.
Switches the egg with the one that he knows is white chocolate. And then he's legally bought a cream egg, and he then presents a white chocolate egg to Mr. Cadbury. What
Mr.
egg?
Cadbury.
Yeah, and he has a receipt for an egg. Like, he bought this one.
I suppose I would say what then, but also the counter argument to that is, what are the odds, and I'd like you to give me a specific number, of him stealing a whole trailer of cream eggs, thousands upon thousands of them, opening one, finding the white one, not the right one, the white one, and then immediately rewrapping it and hiding it. First go.
Like, this is, but Connor, what are the odds of doing that in a shop? You know, like, I don't think that's. It's if anything, he has better odds because there's more eggs.
I suppose if you start every sentence with "I'm going to say something outlandish," it's probably not going to happen. You can actually get away with anything.
I mean, just like I just think that, like, he had better odds of finding the white egg. What if it was the first one?
But what if the lads that robbed that bank, right?
Yeah.
What if they actually gave all the money back? They actually didn't rob the bank, but just coincidentally, when they walked outside, there was another big bag of money outside on the street. That was the exact amount of money that the bank had just given them that they had lost.
Well, what if
and they picked it up and went off?
Right, you rob a bank, right? Here, and we're talking old school. You're getting cash in bags. It's flying out behind you as you're running. It's going to be tough to keep track of all those bills. People from the public might do it. Before being caught, they gave money to a friend and acquaintance. That friend then buys a lotto ticket. That lotto ticket has the winning jackpot numbers. They win €100 million. You get out of prison for the bank robbery, and are you allowed to cash that ticket? Is my question.
Yes.
It was bought with stolen money.
Oh, yeah. No, actually,
given to you by the person
true.
that stole it. It's just that they couldn't track every bill down.
So what you're saying is, I suppose, once again, we'll go back to we'll just say anything could happen. Because the odds of it happening could be 1 billion to 1, but it could still happen technically.
Well, yeah, but so what you're saying is you don't have a conclusive argument against me here. So you're deciding to take down the very hypothetical nature of the question.
Isn't that the argument of, like, people are like, the Earth's flat, and everyone's like, well, it's not. Well, is there a 1 in 1 trillion chance that it could be? And they're like, I suppose. Well, no, then are you disagreeing?
We know the Earth is round, Connor. I don't.
But do we?
I'm just saying the law is subjective.
Somebody clip that. All I'm saying is the law is subjective. Now, I don't know if that's going to put me in cold water or hot water or whatever.
Could you imagine if one of us committed a crime and they had to make a fucking news piece or documentary about us? The poor editor that has to sift through all of these fucking shows to find clips.
The headline is just, we should have known.
The writing was on the wall from the start, let's be honest.
All of Ireland had been being warned for months, years, that they were going to do this. They were going to microdose COVID somehow in their Shaun Solves segment. That's what they always said.
Look, and unless we're now patient zero for new COVID or something like that.
I can't believe you made your dad your son. That is fair fucks to you, lad. Fair fucks to you.
It's all step-by-step operation. Then I'll find that cream.
How did he take it?
What?
How did he take it?
The being
your
my
dad
son.
being your son now.
Dad being son.
Yeah.
Not great, I will say.
But you gave him a cream egg, though.
That's it.
Here, have that now.
Don't open it for a year, though.
Don't you open it. We're finishing off this week, Shaun, with Florida Man. And I'll tell you a small story that made me laugh. In that bike riding Florida man thief steals horse in Orlando, rides away with animal in tow. And this is awards for the worst headline that they think they're clever when they're not. This is the award for the worst one I think I've seen in a few years.
Right.
Grand Theft Auto, more like Grand Theft Animal.
No. I really hate that.
They must have gotten the Grand Theft Auto more like ...
Yeah.
And then been like, we have to come up with some because that is gold.
Like if you're
that sentence is going to
the strategy,
get everyone in.
Yeah, it's Grand Theft Equine, I suppose.
I mean, that's also... I think it's a shit premise for a joke in general.
Yeah, Grand Theft Blank. Like, it's there's not too much you can do.
The Orlando Police Department is searching for a horse that was stolen out of its trailer at the last week of June. This is a few weeks ago now. Surveillance footage has only come out this week, Shaun, of an unidentified person approaching a parked horse trailer on a bicycle around 3:15 in the morning. The person is then seen cycling up to the trailer, parks their trailer, the bike, onto the side of the trailer, then walks into the trailer, guides the horse down the ramp, then gets back on their bike and rides away on the bike, leading the horse behind them.
Wow. This man doesn't understand how a horse works.
The horse is described as black and white and appears in video footage to be small in stature, and that is their only description of the horse, and their only description of the man is that it's a man on a bike. Shaun, will this crime ever be solved?
I don't think it should be. I mean, if the horse is happy, does the horse get a say in this? Like, if the horse wants to go, is he allowed go?
I think any animal trapped in the back of something will eventually, if you open the doors, be like, oh, fucking fantastic, let's go.
Don't just, was this just a trailer on the side of the road with a horse left in it overnight?
Yes.
That doesn't seem cool.
That's not cool. You deserve to lose your horse.
I mean, it's not good horse husbandry, I would say.
Florida Man, by the way, could be joining the Grand National this year. You don't know, but he might be entering on this winning horse.
Yeah, once he figures out that you can ride a horse, he'll be grand, like.
But maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he needs to practice.
Like, what kind of training arc do you want this Florida man to have? That he just wins the UK Grand National?
I want the Seabiscuit storyline.
Sure,
that's
the Kentucky Derby, Connor.
Yeah.
Get it together.
I love the idea that, like, he's at home planning the heist. Be like, okay, I'm going to cycle up in my bicycle and I'm going to cycle to the side of the trailer, break into it, get the horse out, somehow hold on to the horse while I'm getting back onto the fucking saddle, and then cycle away with the horse in tow. The perfect crime that nobody will hear.
He must be near home, because you're not doing this for a couple of miles, like.
No, your legs will be free. But then the closer you are, the more likely it is you get caught.
Well, you also have, someone's going to see you with that horse and is going to call it in.
It's 3:15 in the morning, though.
Yeah, but you'll hear a horse clopping down the street, won't you?
No, because he's got like the little spokes on his bike, so it sounds like an engine.
You'll hear that then.
He's counteracting the
so all his neighbours are used to that sound. It's like, there's Fred.
Yeah, there's old man John again, cycling away. So he thinks he's going into the Kentucky Derby. See biscuit once.
Keep saying
nobody's told him
yeehaw.
that bike is not a horse.
Like, look, if the horse wants to leave, let him leave, you know? And if he decides to team up with John, fair play to him.
So Florida Man is on the loose. We will let you know if that horse is ever caught, but at the minute he is not. And I think that brings an end to this week's weird news, Shaun.
It does bring an end to this week's weird news. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
It's so versatile.
It's such a good word, folks.
It's just versatile. You can take us out, Shaun.
Thanks everyone for listening to this episode.
You can wake us out.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you're too. Look, we'll come back to it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Thanks to all of our wonderful patrons: Róisín the Wife Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast, Evanson, secretly Ed Sheeran. Don't tell anyone. Ed, you made it. You made it to the Patreon. We're so proud.
I'm proud of you.
David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the washing. It'll be grand. Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus forever. Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine have struck again when Shaun least expects it. Russ, despite Shaun's excellent carpet glue suggestions, the obvious answer to the clear up issue was a million otters-Parfitt. Jackson Brueheim, Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon, Ciara Lawler and Abs Kebabs. Thank you all very, very much for the continued support of the show. You're wonderful people, and we hope you enjoy the extra stuff that gets put up there. We still haven't drawn the name from the hat for the movie that we're going to be doing this month, so message us if you want other names added in. There is other ways to support the show. There is the merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter is @heroesforhirepod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast, and the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lawler.
And I've been Shaun Mayan.
And we shall. So next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.